YouTube, what's going on? Mike here, back with another video, another week. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope everybody is making money, being successful at what you love to do or want to do, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if the last time I did talk to you guys about the flyers being made. So we did get them made. A lot of different designs we came up with, but we kind of kept it simple. Here, I'll show you guys the proof that we had, if you guys can see it. But so this is how it looks. But yeah, it's hard to see. But anyway, these are the door hangers, and how I'm gonna pretty much put them up. I'm gonna anytime I do a job, neighbor to the left, neighbor to the right. Anytime I do a job, neighbor to the left, and then the marketing department is probably gonna go out, days while I'm working, while she's answering the phone, and just select neighborhoods, not nicer neighborhoods we're trying to go for, better quality customers. But yeah, stay away from the communities with no soliciting and such. But first, I'm gonna just, before she even goes out, I'm just gonna test the waters for a week or 2 or 3, whatever. Do them on while I'm at a job, and do it like that. Because if you couldn't say, we just help your neighbor. We like to offer you our repair services too. So that's why I'm gonna do it to the left or right of each job I do. But yeah, that's this is probably other than my business cards and stuff like that, this is probably the first time I'm really doing advertising as far as putting any money towards it. We're gonna make flyers too and stuff like that, because just to get my name out there more CODs, more exposure. That's pretty much what it is, because if you don't get a lot of exposure, how people gonna know about you? So anyway, yeah, this is my first attempt into doing any type of advertisement or putting money toward any type of advertisement. So we'll see how this goes. I'll keep you guys updated on because what it is how she, because I didn't do any designing at all. I didn't put any wording on there. This was all her doing. So shout out to her. She's the best partner I could have in my business. But yeah, she thought about all that. So with that door hanger, it's $15 off. So you gotta put a little incentive in there. As far as I think I already told you guys, my referrals too are $10 off. If you're referred, you get $10 off the service charge. My dad is like, oh, you need to offer the people who referred them $10. I'm like, man, so much things are ways you can make your business better. And even when I was doing the door hangers, he was telling me about certain wordages I was using, and you got to be on point with a lot of things and take any criticism or advice or suggestion to heart. Yeah, I ended up going with a couple things that I wanted to do when we looked over it, but I did take a lot of his suggestions at heart. So yeah, that's how it goes with that. It has been picking up a lot more. And what I mean when I usually say I'm slow, I can't say for everybody, but a lot of guys I know are slow out here. But it's usually for like warranty companies and CODs for somewhat. But as my warranties were getting slow, I had some, like I said, CODs to kind of pick up the slack. So it wasn't really a bad month at all. And it was, like I said, it was just a little slow. So it's not like I wasn't getting any work at all. One thing I will say that has really been tiring me out is paperwork and dealing with these warranty companies, especially one in particular, Home Warranty of America. When their portal's down, man, it's like I gotta call in, be on hold, try to submit this claim, get this one authorized. Being on the phone is, I just don't like being on the phone all the time. So yeah, dealing with them, and it's just been very tiring. And that's why we're trying to get the CODs up, because CODs, they're less headaches than warranty companies. That's pretty much what it is. But you can't take anything away from the warranty company as far as supplying you with work. It might not be what you want to get paid. It might not be the type of customers you want, but at the same time, you're getting your name out there. You're getting in people's houses. You're doing work. You're doing something. So, to every negative, there's a positive. So, I see a lot of videos that tells people, about warranty companies and not, from just way back, and even stuff that I did way back in this. I might have sounded like warranty work is not the best, and then I might have sounded, some videos where it is great, but it's like 50-50. Your experience with it might be different from my experience. That's just how it goes. And I know plenty of guys that, we all don't work for the same warranty companies. Everybody's just doing different things in their own thing, and what works for them is what works for them. That's just how it goes. And then every area, region is different. So, if you're having questions about, well, this warranty company and that warranty company, well, find the one that's in your area that's popular, because a lot of times the one that's in my area is not as popular as one is in your area, and you might not get, you be like, man, I'm not getting much work from them, and nothing I can, that's just how it goes. So yeah, getting your name out there. I've been getting calls from people with gated communities or homeowners association. They have like a Facebook group, and they'll post, contractors or vendors or servicers on there that they recommend, and I've been getting a lot of calls from that. So that's been good too. Nextdoor app. If you haven't gotten the Nextdoor app, get it, because from where you live in your neighborhood, you make a business profile, put a little advertisement special, whatever, and then people in your neighborhood, and once you start servicing, people will recommend you, and once you have more recommendations, you'll get more people in your area. That's just how it goes. So that's free. Yelp, I've been getting a lot more calls. That's free as well if you don't pay for anything. So a lot of calls, meaning like, instead of me getting 1, 2, 3 a month, through Yelp, that directly, I might be getting 2, 3 a week. Google's always been, number one with me getting a lot of calls. Like I said, not paying for advertisement, but reviews speak for themselves. That's just how it goes. I had a customer on Saturday, and if you guys on my Instagram, you've seen the condenser dryer that I was working on. Now, I've never seen a condenser dryer in person at all. Now, this is pretty much what they call a ventless dryer. It doesn't have to have an exhaust out to anywhere. It just condenses the water. It can basically condenses it and it makes water. The water then drains. So, and this was in a high rise off the beach, and I was just like, the call came in. She got the information. Frigidaire dryer E60. He wasn't around to get the model. Oh, did we get? No, we didn't get the model number. But I already had an idea of what could be. And now it's a heating issue. So I get there, and I'm looking at this thing at first, and I'm like, okay, it looks like a regular. Then he explains. Then I look down, and I'm like, what is this? And the funniest thing is that on my Instagram the day before, somebody from over there in UK asked me, you guys see much condenser dryers over there? And I said, no, I never seen one. Only on the pictures and stuff, and that I've seen with people over there majority. So I've probably they're over here, but it's just not as popular, because especially I do a lot more residential homes than actual buildings and high rises. So anyway, I have never worked on these things before. Now, this is what I really wanted to make the video about, is that the feeling you get when you never worked on anything before, and if you're new, you'll get that feeling a lot. But me, I don't get that feeling too much, nowadays. But when I get that feeling, it's like I'm kind of excited, and then I'm kind of like, dang, especially if I'm pressed for time, because I'm kind of excited because I get to school myself on something new. And what I tend to do when I run into stuff like that, I will take everything apart. Like, I'll spend more. I didn't spend an hour there. I probably spent about a half hour to 45 minutes. I'm pretty quick when I get started. You have drills, taking screws out. You just go at it. So I'm looking at this dryer. I don't know where the heating element is. I don't know where the sensors are. I don't know where anything is. So all I know is I see 2 screws in the back at the top. We're gonna start there. So I just started there, taking everything apart. Then I look at the back and I kind of see this cover felt thing, and I'm like, you know, all right, I'm not gonna mess with this. So I'm thinking, you know, most dryers nowadays, not a lot of them, especially front loader style dryers, will take the top off. Stuff comes from the front usually. There's some certain cases where they're different, but usually, and that's where I'm going with it. Started taking then I'm noticing the filter. Then I'm talking to him because see, here's the thing. I'm a guy, I never have a problem with customers being around when I'm working. Never been a big issue for me. What does bother me is if it's something new I've never worked on and I'm trying to figure it out and they're watching. That grinds my gears a little bit. But I've learned to stay cool, you know, use my back block thing, because I'm literally figuring things out. And you know, a lot of this stuff is plastic nowadays, and you don't want to, you know, break, bend, and it's like, you know, you don't want to do that. So you just got to gently pull, tug. Resistance is a screw somewhere. You know, you just got to see how you get to these screws, or pop things out, or, you know, you just got to just work your magic. You know, don't be forceful. Everything is plastic nowadays. So anyway, he's telling me that he forgot to clean his filter. And shout out to Mike Miner, my bad dog, up and coming appliance, up and running. See, it's early, man. Don't get on me later for that. But yeah, he gave me a little insight on those dryers because he's worked on them more, and exactly what he was explaining to me. This is after the fact, because when I got out of there, I hit him up and let him know I worked on it. But pretty much what he said, it happened. The guy forgot to clean out, or there's 2 lint. There's one in the inside, which is the basic lint that most dryers have, and then you have another one down at the bottom, and it's really big. You got to clean that out. I mean, with water and stuff. You're not just cleaning the lint. So he said when he took that out, it was packed full of lint, and it was bad. And that's when that's after the fact it wasn't drying anymore. So I go down there. Long story short, I end up finding the heating element in the back of the unit, not in the front. I didn't even have to take anything apart that I took apart just to get to the heating element. But I learned something. I learned how to take it apart. I learned, you know, where certain things go. Back by the heating element, there is where you saw a little float switch and a pump that pumps the water up into where you would, you know how some of the front loader dry will have a steamer option. The steamer would be like in a slot where on a washer would be the dispenser. But so in that slot, there's a long tank, and that's where you would have to empty the water every time you used it. But then there's an option where you can have a fitting draining to your drain line. So that's pretty much what he had going on. He had a line going to his drain line, and so he didn't have to worry about emptying that container every single time he used it, which is convenient. I don't know if all of them offer that type of pump. Well, no, I'm sorry. They do offer that type of pump, but I don't know if it's an upgrade, if it's a stronger pump, or if it's the same exact pump just routed differently. But when I looked at the pump, it looked like, you know, it was built in for it, fit right in the slot, had the cover over it. So what I'm trying to get at is, whenever you run into an appliance like that and you have the time, I don't know if your schedule is packed or busy. That day, Saturday morning, I only had 2 dryer jobs. Made good money on them, but so I pretty much fixed it. I found the sensor. It was a bad sensor. Heating element was good. The sensor, the thermal fuse blew. So I had one that kind of is the same thing. It just fit differently, but it worked out. So anyway, and I tell all my customers, I offer them warranty on parts and labor. And he gave me a great review on Yelp. He found me through Yelp. So and a lot of times now I'm starting to implement things where we offer, you know, discounts for honest reviews and stuff like that, but haven't done it yet. So those are the things that I haven't done that I want to implement. But it's just when you're in business, and it's not enough time in the day. I'm telling you, it's not enough time in the day for everything that I want to do or have to do. Especially with my vans. I even have this brake, like my brake light is not out. I got the wrong, when we were looking it up, he just gave me the wrong brake light. So I went back, got another one, but I kept the older one just in case, because it is lights for my indicators. So I pretty much had the indicator light kind of wedged in where the brake light, so it works, it's just not the right one. So got to put that in. Yeah, if you have children, you got to do family, and so just time in the day. So that's how it is. Didn't want to discourage people from doing this, but sometimes you're gonna run into stuff where you don't know. And luckily, it was he was a cool guy. He wasn't, you want to I guess I've been doing this so long. You want to conduct yourself in a way where you know what you're doing, even though in your mind you don't know what the hell you're doing, but you got to conduct yourself. Because even when I read the review he left, like, quick, he's quick, came and fixed the dryer on time, and he came on a Saturday, because for some odd reason in Palm Beach County, not a lot of guys work on Saturday, or companies work on Saturdays. Didn't know that. Now I know. So anyway, I gotta call my customer for my next job I gotta go to. Shout out to all the people subscribing. I'm gonna hit you up later, Mike. Don't kill me for messing up shit. Shout out to Appliance Bootcamp, TMM, Brandon. I saw that live Q&A call in. Man, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. For all the people that have too much time on your hands, find something to do. And just shout out to everybody that's doing content, out here in the YouTube land, all the appliance repair veterans, everybody that's still doing it. You guys have a great day and make some money.